Hey guys, this is Barbie Kalev, post-summit in a parked car. I was at an appointment and I've been bursting to talk to you guys about vision. So I took some notes and I have something that some of you guys may not agree with, you may agree with, but I have something to share for our team. So some of you might come on, they might not come on. If I'm talking to one person and that person needs to hear this message, to me, that is worth it. So I'm just going to wait for like 30 seconds and then I'm going to get started. I know that you guys must be tired. I am exhausted, but excited to move forward, to build, to do something different than last year. So super excited. All right, guys, I'm going to get started. It looks like I might be talking to myself, but that's okay because this is all part of what I plan to talk about. All right. How many yeah, we got Jonathan. Jonathan, you're my audience, dude. It's a few people on. All right, cool. Hola. All right, so let's get talking. I'm going to get straight to the point. And again, some of you guys might not like what I have to say. Some of you guys may be taking things personally. Some of you guys may be like, yes. So right now, I am talking to the dreamers. I am talking to the believers. I am talking to the people who want to make this happen. And this means a vision that includes someone other than yourself. That something big, something powerful that is not just about you. I've been reflecting. I've been a coach for, it's going to be 10 years in September. And I realized I'll take responsibility that I said this at the leadership workshop for some of you guys that were there. I think that my vision for our team was always too small. Like I was thinking, of course I wanted to help people and I wanted to take people on the journey with me. But we as a team, Team Empire, even if you have subdivisions, we need to create a vision. We need to create a vision that people are going to want to join. When people hear about our mission, about what it is that we're striving after, we want people to say like, I want to be a part of that. So I was looking at my organization, I was looking at the team at large, and there are different categories of people. And I'm tired of playing small, you guys. You know what? I'm always frank with you, but I realized when I was at Summit, I'm like, I am freaking Barbie Kalev, you guys. And I have been playing small. Like I have been playing sometimes in a chicken coop where I should be flying with the eagles, and I want other eagles to fly with me. So that's why I'm calling the dreamers, that's why I'm calling the believers, and not the people who are playing small. And you might be in either of those categories. So sometimes, there's loyalty and then there's competency, right? And I know that I have a lot of loyal people. Like we have a lot of loyal people. You may have a lot of loyal people on the team. Hey, Rosa. You may have a lot of loyal people on the team, but they might not be the most competent people. And if we're talking about vision, if we're talking about going places, and one of the things is that your vision has to be bigger than your pocket. It cannot be about your pocket. It has to be way beyond your pocket. So I realize I'm looking at the people that are in my organization, people that I work with, and I'm like, yes, they're loyal, but they might not have a larger vision. They might not want to go where I want to go, where the team wants to go. So number one, ask yourself, are the people in your organization, because I recognize that each of you guys have different teams, are the people in your organization simply loyal, or are they competent? Are they willing to go to the next level? I heard of an example where, you're at a church and you've got a great pastor and the music's great, and the man the pastor can give an amazing sermon, right? But the pastor can't get anyone out of the garage. Like he can't get them to change their lives. So you might have a leader, and that, I'm going to tell you right now, that leader is not me, but you might have a leader. You might be that kind of person who, you know, who talks a good talk, but if your people are not moving, that's not leadership. Leadership means that your people are following you. So it's either a problem with you, or it's a problem with the people that you have gathered to join your organization. They might not be the right people, right? Hey, Karina. So my first question, or one of my many questions, is, do you have a vision that you can articulate? Like, what do you want for yourself, for your team, for the people that you're working with, right? So let me be clear in here that I consider myself the leader of Team Empire, but I'm one of many leaders. But my vision, hey Moira, my vision for our team is to have many leaders, men empowering men, women empowering women. So when I'm on social media, I'm talking about women because I got goosebumps. Like, I'm looking to attract women. I want freaking powerful women. When I close my eyes, I will tell you right now, I'm not that girl who wants 20 girls, you know, that are brunette, blue eyes, that look like me. Like, I don't want that. But what I do want, I want smart freaking ass women. Like, I want smart, powerful, intelligent women to be by my side, and I want to empower them to help other people freaking change their lives. Like, that's the vision that I have. When I close my eyes, I want strong, smart, educated women. And if you're not that, that's fine. But when I close my eyes, they're my eyes. This is my vision. This is the women that I want to surround myself with. When I meet with people, with my PS coaches, I want to be excited about meeting my coaches. I don't want to roll my eyes and I'm like, oh my God, I got to meet with so-and-so, because that person doesn't share my vision. So my question for you is, do you have a vision that you can articulate? Do you know what it is that you want? And my commitment to myself, my commitment to you, is in the next month and 2 months and in the next freaking year, I'm going to suggest it to Beachbody, to Jeff Hill, to Carl and Michael, and anyone that will freaking listen, that we need something. Oh shit, I got 10% battery. Hold on. I thought that this thing was plugged. I hope we don't disconnect. Hold on. All right. It might disconnect on us because I got 10% battery. So I got to keep talking. All right. I don't know why that is. But my belief is that we should be focusing on vision. This was the best summit for me ever. And I believe that we identified some pain points. Like, this was a summit where in the past it's been like, you know, like go, go, go. And then now this is a rough period, you guys. Like, I didn't even know that this was a rough period for all coaches across the network. But let me tell you my theory, and Moira, I'm so freaking glad that you're on, because the past 2 years have been the roughest years for Beachbody. And, you know, people's income is down, volume is down, but why the heck is Moira in her 24th month or 25th month making 18? I know you're there, baby. Why is she, and you're not the only one, why is she succeeding at an extraordinary level? Why? So I believe that in order to succeed and I have goosebumps and chills freaking talking to you about this, I believe that in order to succeed in Team Beachbody the way that it is right now, you need a different level of leadership. You need vision, but you need laborers. You need people that are going to freaking work. You need people that are not going to be complaining that volume is low, or that people don't want this, or that it's hard, or my coaches fell and dropped rank. You need people that are like, have their blinders on and that believe that they can make this happen. That's what we need. So I am freaking done. Like, I don't give a damn, you guys, if I wind up as a 2-star diamond coach because all my coaches are pissed at me that I'm telling them that they have no fucking work ethic, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm serious. If my income goes down to $2,000 because I'm calling people out, let it be. I will freaking rebuild. I will build from scratch. I don't care. I believe that we are so many people are asking for, we're not dreaming big enough. We need to freaking dream. We need to dream. We need to dream big. You know, I know that there's this thing going on right now that people are asking, you know, that we're like, let's create emeralds. Let's create emeralds. I haven't investigated fully, right? I'm not against building a system, and I dear God, I pray that my internet doesn't go off right now. Hold on. I want to make sure that, like, we have internet. Hold on. I'm going to turn on my car. Don't fail me now. I'm going to investigate that idea that, you know, that we should just be building emeralds, as opposed to saying to people, like, we should be building star diamonds and tie diamonds, and all this diamond training is not working. I can concede to the fact that we've overcomplicated our training, but I don't want people to not build, like, not dream huge. Moira, by the way, I saw your post this morning that you were like, you know, my dream is to be in a TED Talk. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, want that big dream, want to pay off the house, want $1 million. But you have to start bringing in a new level of leadership. And it starts with us, you guys. Nobody, write this down if you're taking notes, nobody wants to be behind a parked car. If you're a parked car, who's gonna want to follow you? No one wants to freaking follow a parked car. So that's the problem. It's like, you guys are so busy, not everybody, but a lot of you are so busy complaining that you're not attracting people, and your coach is this and your coach is that. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, you're being the parked car. I'm being the parked car. If I want to attract leaders, and I know I look like a crazy lady because I see people outside the car looking at me and I don't care. Like, if you want to attract leaders, you have to have a big enough vision, and you cannot be in a parked car. A leader wants to follow a leader, and what you're trying to attract are people with potential. They're hungry. Like, I'm looking at the kind of person that I want to attract now, and I'm like, the kind of woman that I want to attract is already educated. She's a professional. She just wants more, and she's looking for that thing, that vehicle to be a voice for other women. That's my vision. But if I'm not moving, if I'm making over $1 million and I'm not moving and I'm not showing them the way, why would they follow me? They're not going to follow me, you guys. They're not going to follow me. And I'm not, oh, Carmen, it's just getting started. Like, I'm just like, right. So, you know, stop complaining, get to work. And for those of you who pray, I heard a preacher say, you know, you guys are you're praying for rain, you're praying for this, you're praying for that, right? For somebody that's praying for rain, he's like, the space that you have, the ditch, and like, you don't have space enough because your dream is not big enough for you to be blessed with this amazing thing, you know, with this amazing thing that you're asking for. So if you're praying for rain, you better start freaking digging ditches, you guys, so that the rain can come. You gotta make space for that huge dream. It can't just be about your wallet. It can't just be about you wanting, you know, to pay off your mortgage. That's not big enough, because that doesn't give space for you to create greatness. And I know, I'm telling you, I'm talking and I'm preaching, but I'm telling you that I know this from my own experience, that I was thinking of myself and my 15-star goal and my income and my this, but I'm like, but I didn't create space for the women in my life. And guys, I know that you're on this call. Like, I'm talking to guys too, but I know right now I'm marketing to women, because I enjoy working with women the most, because I'm a woman, right? So, you need a whole vision. You need to imagine what the invisible in order to get the impossible. So a vision, if your vision right now is just what you can see, that's not a vision. A vision has to be invisible, okay? So Nicole, if you feel like you're not worthy of that greatness, then get to freaking work, girl. Like, you have to start somewhere. Like, just close your eyes and imagine, like, what do you want for your life? What do you want for other women around you? You know, and start digging ditches. Like, you think digging ditches is the fun work? That's not the fun work, you know, but you need to start somewhere. So you have to be able to imagine what you cannot see yet, the invisible, so that you can have the impossible. Okay, so all right, I'll give you a perfect example, and it's not to, like, you know, brag on my husband, but he's freaking amazing. I did this challenge, 21-day giving challenge, and I said 21 days of giving, you know, great, awesome, and it was so cute. Like, I gave every day, and, you know, I wrote checks, I gave heart, I gave attention, all this stuff, and it was a really great challenge. Well, my husband likes to do these challenges in the Beast Up Legacy group. And he was like, we're going to call it the 18 Days to Heart Challenge. So what he did was he asked people to, every day they had to give to someone, make somebody's day better, number one. Number two, he's like, they're going to do an 18-minute plank on the 18th day. And I was like, babe, that's not possible. And he's like, don't fucking tell me it's not possible. It's possible. Like, yes, it is. And I was like, there's like going to be like 2 winners, right? And he was like, I don't know, but we'll see. Guys, old men, old women, children, women, people with disabilities freaking showed up. I got goosebumps again. They showed up, and not only did they do the plank every day, they finished. It was like hundreds of people who did what I thought was impossible. But in order for that vision to come true, like, I got goosebumps like all over right now. In order for that vision to come true, you needed someone like Sagi to create the space for that vision. Do you hear what I'm saying? So in order for you to get what you want, and Rosa, this is what we need to talk about when we talk about, it's great that you're making, you know, 60 Success Club points, but your vision needs to freaking grow, because you're not creating space for all the women that are going to be great alongside you. You see what I mean? Totally. So that plank challenge, that's Sagi, but this is Sagi all the time. The way he shows up, it's all the time. When Body Beast was, and I'm not making this about my husband, you guys. When Body Beast came out, it was not marketed right. It was marketed to men, and he believed in the greatness of this program. And and I was like, man, this sucks. You know, like, my husband's program didn't do well. He was like, babe, he's got me. I'm gonna cry. Like, he's got me. It's gonna be great. It is great. And every freaking day, he showed up. He'd show up in the groups. He'd show up to Body Beast. Like, he'd show up to corporate. He'd show up to Beachbody. He'd show up to his fans as if the program was the best freaking program in the world. And in our world, it is. But because he created that space for that vision to happen, and that's what you need to do with your business, you guys. So now I'm going to say something that you might not like, but I don't care, right? A lot of you guys, you know, you're coming in with these bulldozers, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. But if your vision and your people are just chickens and not eagles, you know, you're talking about having bulldozers so that you can build a chicken coop, okay? That's not gonna work. Like, you need a big vision for bulldozers. So who are your people? Like, are they chickens? You have to look at your inner circles. Like, look at circles, right? We all have circles. Who are the people in your circle? Are they chickens? Are these people going to help you accomplish this mission, which is about them, which is about you? Like, I'm looking at my business, frankly, you guys, and I realize that I don't have the team that I need to have in order to accomplish my vision. In order for me to help these women empower themselves and change, and men, because I am thinking of the men on Team Empire, like, I realize that I have to rebuild, and I have to start with myself. Like, I got comfortable. Because I'm making a lot of money, and I'm not for, like, I do believe that there comes a time that you can work less. Like, I'm not going to work 60, 80-hour weeks at this point, but I am willing to work and I am willing to hustle, but I'm not going to be a parked car because I do have a mission for you guys. Like, how ridiculous is this that this year I didn't have one single elite coach? Like, I can't believe that, you know? Like, I can't believe that. I don't want that. Like, that's not okay with me anymore. Like, seeing all these coaches get recognized and not, yes, we had Amy Silverman, who's not my girl, but she's my girl. You know, she's not my PS coach, I mean, and having my PS coach, Rosa. Oh, I did have an elite coach. That was Rosa. But just to have one person and one girl on our team be top 10, like, how amazing. But that's not enough. Like, you guys have big dreams, but not enough hustle. So I'm looking, and I'm not talking to everyone because some of you do have that hustle. You're laborers, but you need to start with your vision, you guys. You need to start with that humongous vision. And if you don't have the people to build your team, you need to look for them and you need to find them and you need to start with yourself. I was getting my eyelashes taken off. And I was like doing it and then writing notes for myself. Your harvest is there, you guys, but you know, we're being surrounded by lazy people. I mean, that is the truth. Like, when I see people in our group and in other groups, like, for example, you know, I'm part of this group and this girl, and I'm not judging. You want to have alcohol, go have alcohol. I don't care. But I just saw someone posting that they were going to be late to the leadership meeting because, you know, they were busy drinking this thing. And I was like, really? Like, why would you even post that? Like, how's your business is what I wanted to say. You know, like, seriously, how's your business? But, you know, that's just an extreme case. In our case, like, are you lazy? Are you being lazy? And is it because you don't have a vision? So I have decided that this is my rhythm, you guys. This is my rhythm. This is my rhythm. This is my rhythm. This is how I'm going to go. And if I have coaches that I bring onto the team, and if I have coaches that are listening to this call right now, and if you're not following my rhythm, or you're not going past me because I'd rather you go past me, then you know what? You don't deserve my time. You don't deserve my time, and you need to step to the side so we can freaking move forward. And this is the way that you also need to be with your coaches. You've got a rhythm. People are going to follow your lead. Leaders are not going to want to follow slow folk, lazy people. So if you're wondering and you're wishing and you're hoping that you're going to get some leaders to follow you, that's not going to happen unless you're a leader. That's not going to happen. So step to the side if you're not being a leader and you're not following that lead that is being set. Like, I'm willing to do the work, you guys. I'm doing this Diamond Leadership Series. I truly believe that I will help you develop a vision, but I'm so freaking done, you know, trying to help people become diamond or trying to do this or trying to do that and like to encourage people and all that. Like, I'm not coddling. No one ever coddled me, you guys. Every time I fall flat on my freaking face and I'm spitting all over the place and I don't care. Every time I fall in my face, guess who gets me back up? Me. Every time I fail, every time that I have a disappointment in the business, of course I speak to my husband and he's amazing. But ultimately, I'm the one that has to lift myself up by the bootstraps and be like, you know what, Barbie? It's time to start working again. And I refuse to do that. And this is one of the reasons that if you're my coach, you didn't get a Christmas gift from me, because I'm not paying you to be successful. Like, I know that I know recognition and all that stuff is important, but I decided around, you know, December that I'm like, wait a second. Like, why do I have to send gifts to my coaches? Thank you for my necklace, Carmen. And I'm not expecting gifts from anyone, by the way. And that's not my point. But my point is, I am not going to pay people to work. I used to do that. I was like super generous, like financially and with things, so that people could, you know, hold rank and stuff and all that stuff. I will give you my heart. And it's not about money, you guys. It's not because I'm cheap. It's because I'm not going to drive people to produce so that you could benefit me. You're going to want this because you want this. And if you want a gift, freaking give your coaches gifts. I'm not doing that. And again, it doesn't have anything to do with me being cheap. Because if you know me, you know that I'm generous, but it's not about that. I just refuse to freaking pay people to produce. That's not the kind of person that I want to be on my team. I don't want that. I want my inner circle to be go-getters. I don't want to be around whiners. I want to be around strong, motivated, inspired people that are ready to do the freaking work. So last two things that I want to say is that your vision has to be large enough to make space for other people. And I know I'm spitting, but that's okay. So your vision has to be large enough to make space for other people. So what does that mean? So you can't be the mama bird. You can't be the only one that, like, I'm the one that does everything, right? And I've been guilty of that because I have been the mama bird. I'm used to doing everything by myself. But I'm like, it's never too late to learn. Tomorrow we're traveling, we have to travel, and it's kind of last minute. We have to travel, we have the leadership series. I asked for 5-star diamonds and above to step up, and Meredith Ganau stepped up instantly. She's going to lead the call with the 15-star diamond coach Meg that we have. Boom, she stepped up. I'm going to be in the airplane. I can't be in the Team Empire call. So I asked 2 people, Rosa and Carmen, who I've seen working hard to step up and to lead this call. This is me giving space to people to be the leaders that they are. So, Rosa, you said, I got you. No, girl, you've got you. Like, I'm not asking this as a favor. I'm asking you to step up, to do this because you are a freaking leader. There's so much space to lead. So when you have your coaches, and this is one of the things that I heard in one of the workshops, when you have your coaches, you have to give them leadership roles. And so they could say, you know what? I want to be a part of that organization because I can see myself there. I can see myself co-leading. I could see myself not like Barbie Kalev, but like similar, or beyond her. I want you guys to dream big. And don't let, and I love this. I was like, I'm not going to let other people's failure be a reflection of me. I won't let that happen. I heard this pastor say, I want to help people. I got to come in with a needle so you can fix things, or with a gun. And I'm not shooting anyone, but he said that. He was like, I care about people, and so I want them to fix things. I want to help people. But if you don't do the work, he's like, I'm going to shoot you. I'm not shooting anyone again, but it's just a metaphor that, because he's like, you know why I'm going to shoot you? Because your failure is a reflection on me, and I'm not going to let that happen. So I'm not going to let that happen either. I'm like, I'm so freaking done with my chicken coop, guys. I want to be soaring with the eagles, and I'm going to be working with the eagles. That's it. So if you want to be bigger than you are right now, if you want to go to summit, and I don't care about the recognition, I care about the recognition for my team. Yeah, I was there for Superstar Diamond. Yeah, I actually left a little bit earlier for the Million Club, but I want to be there. And I want to advance, and I want to grow because I want other people to follow me. And if I'm not producing the way that I need to be producing, people are not going to follow me, because remember, nobody wants to be behind a parked car, and I'm not going to be a parked car. So if you want to succeed at a higher level, you guys, you cannot be at the top of your game. If you are thinking that you're at the top of your game right now, I met this girl at Summit. She didn't know who I was. I didn't have like my lanyard, whatever you call that, with all the accolades and stuff. And, I was dying. I was like, the food was a struggle for me at Summit. And so I went to get a Shakeology, and I was talking to her, and she was in as a coach for 1 year. And she's like, how many times have you come to Summit? I'm like, 9. I've been a coach almost 10 years. And I was like, so what did you think? And she's like, oh, it's a lot of stuff that I've already heard. And I was like, really? Like, really? Okay. So my point is that, if she had been a coach a year, and I don't know what her success level was, but I never heard her name. So if you go to Summit, and this was my best Summit, me that got to present in the leadership series, I thought that I learned so much and that it was so amazing. And here is this girl, who said that, like, it's all stuff I've already heard. This girl thinks that she's reached her ceiling, And so I'm telling you that even though I'm in the business, it's going to be 10 years in September, that, oh, I'm going to tell you something else about the presentation. 10 years in September, I haven't reached my ceiling. Like, you got to look up, you guys. You got to be like this. Remember, vision, you can't see it. You have to, vision is the ability to imagine a better future and to use creativity and wisdom. I said that at the Cumbre Latina, all right? You have to be able to use wisdom and creativity to imagine a better future. And in order to reach that better future, you have to stretch yourself. You have to freaking glean, and you have to stretch yourself. You're not there. I know that I am not where I want to be. Like, I know that I'm not where I want to be. I'm not in the best, with the exception of my husband and one of our mentors. Like, I'm not in the best company to grow this business. I've been totally isolated this past year by choice. I decided to isolate myself by choice, but now it's time for me to stretch myself, to grow my circle, which is why I'm doing these 15-star diamond calls. I'm ready to freaking stretch myself and grow and kick some ass, and I'm taking my team with me, but only the people with the bulldozers, with the vision, and the ones that are willing to do the work, the laborers, and to find people that are willing to labor with them. That's all I have to say to you guys. So you decide, you guys. All my dear coaches, like, I love you. I really care about you. But with some of you, I'm just so sick of you. Like, I'm just so sick of the same freaking routine. And this is an invitation to change or move out of the way, guys. To change your ways or move out of the way. And I say that with all the love, because my love for you doesn't change, but my actions and what I'm gonna do, like, I'm moving forward, and it's an invitation to come with me. And one thing that I was gonna say, Rosa said that I killed it. Thank you. The presentation that I did at Leadership, the feedback has been phenomenal. Like, I've gotten, you know, there was so much great content, but I've gotten so many messages from people that, you know, were like, oh my God, that was what I needed to hear. I know that I came to Summit to hear that message, what you had to say. And then that was like one of my best moments, or like the best moment. I got so many messages saying that. And I'm not saying yes, no, or whatever, but my point is that I knew who I was on stage with, you guys. I was on stage with Brendon Burchard. I was the only superstar diamond coach on that call, on that leadership series. Lindsay was a four-time superstar diamond coach. Janelle was 3 times, I believe. Melissa McAllister was 2 times. Christine Dwyer was 2 times. They were all multiple times top 10 coach. And I was the one with the least credentials. And if I was going to go before Brendon Burchard and after Lindsay Matway, you better freaking believe that I was going to freaking kick some ass. And that's what drove me. It wasn't competition, but I was like, I'm going to make myself proud. I'm going to freaking represent my team. And I'm going to be like, damn, that girl belonged on stage. So between you and me, getting those comments of like, oh my God, Barbie Kalev, out of all of the presentations that I saw at Summit, like, yours was the one that touched me the most, or that I needed the most. And I heard someone say, like, there was no doubt that every single person needed to be exactly where they were. Like, it wasn't about my ego, you know, or maybe it was a little bit, but I'm totally okay with that. You know, it was because I knew that I knew the company. No, it's not about ego. I knew the company that I was with, you guys. I was in the company of greatness. And so why would I shrink? Why wouldn't I do the work? You know, another realization that I had, and I gotta go, one of the realizations that I had was that, you know, it's true, nothing that anyone said, including Melanie Mitro, right, who's the top coach and 3 times top coach and so amazing, like, nothing that anyone said was like groundbreaking. The difference between me and them is that they work way harder than me. The difference between you and me, if you're not succeeding at high levels, if you are, you're working harder than me, but if you're not, is that you're just not working as hard as I am. That's what it comes down to, guys. My realization was that I'm not a biochemist, but we're not dealing with like stem cell research, or, you know, some of the stuff that I hear about that completely goes over my head. We're just dealing with people. We're dealing with helping people. That's it. It's Hey guys, all right, my connection is bad. I'm getting out of the car, but my point is that we're not dealing with this immensely difficult topic. We're just dealing with people, and it comes down to hard freaking work. All right, guys, I gotta go. We're traveling tomorrow, so I'm running errands. I love you. Let's freaking dream big. Big dreams, big vision. We'll be working on vision in the next few weeks, but start now and drop the excuses. Bye, guys.